Now it's time to take a look at some of the comics out now and coming soon in the Geeky Brummie Pull List. Well, it's been a busy couple of weeks, so let's get you caught up with my first pick, which was a comic of the week a few weeks ago, and which, due to various shipping delays, I haven't actually received my copy of yet. And it was Star Trek Year 5, number 25. This was written by Paul Cornell, Jim McCann, Jackson Lensing, Colin Kelly, Jody Hauser, and Brandon Easton, with art by Christopher Jones, Silvano Califano, Angel Hernandez, and Stephen Thompson. And in this issue, the 5-year mission may be over, but now it's time for the next adventure to begin. Join the crew of the Enterprise for the end of an old chapter and the beginning of the new in this special oversized epilogue from the entire Year 5 series. Writing team that bridges the gap between the end of the 5-year mission and the beginning of Star Trek the Motion Picture. With the main story wrapping up last issue, this epilogue gathers together all of the writers and artists who have worked on this excellent title for one last hurrah. This title has been a delight to read, and I'm hoping that we get to see more adventures set during the motion picture era, one that was last explored by Marvel, but without the ability to call upon the legacy of the series. If you've not yet picked up this series, grab this issue and then grab all of the previous 24 as well. It's excellent stuff. My next comic was New Mutants number 22 from Marvel, written by Vita Alia with art by Rod Reis. And in this issue, it was the Shadow King showdown. He's been skirting the lines, skulking around the Wild Hunt, and now he's simply gone too far. On Krakoa, where the dead walk among the living and the unforgivable has been forgiven, the New Mutants now battle an old foe, the psychic entity known as the Shadow King. I like this series. I like seeing these characters interacting. I like Rod Reis's art. It's a really lovely book, and I'm here for it. I like what Alia has been doing, and it seems to exist mostly without too much influence from the other X books. This is a series I enjoy reading, and that is exactly what I want from my comics. Next, we have Excalibur 24 from Marvel, written by Tini Howard with art by Marcus Toe. And in this issue, it's Kingdoms of Blood. The 10 kingdoms of Otherworld must decide, are Excalibur heroes of the realm or which breed to be put to the stake? The peace brought to Otherworld by their X of Swords victory comes to an end. Much like New Mutants, I really enjoy reading this series. There's plenty going on, and there are nods to what's happened back in old Captain Britain stories. Would I like more of that old school Captain Britain feel? Yes, of course I would. But this is not Marvel UK, and they are playing pretty nicely with the characters we know and love, which is more than can be said for past comics. I love the Braddocks, and this series is trying something new. Next up, we have another previous comic of the week, and it's Batman 89, issue 3 from DC Comics, written by Sam Hamm with art by Joe Quinones. And in this issue, as the fire rages at Royal Auto, Harvey Dent lies trapped inside, unconscious and in danger. Can Bruce Wayne get to Harvey in time, or will the district attorney leave burned in more ways than one? What a brilliant book this is. It really captures the feel of the Tim Burton movies, but still pushes off in new and interesting directions. Joe Quinones is producing some career best work here, and you can see why he's a fan of the movies. This is the perfect Batman book for me right now, as I'm completely out of the loop with the current continuity, but I've been able to slip right back into this version of Gotham. I love it, and it's highly recommended. Next up, it's X-Men issue 4 from Marvel Comics, written by Jerry Duggan with art by Javier Pina. And in this issue, it's Fearless Chapter 4. Heads up, it's Halloween, and the X-Men have to face a horror born of a neighboring town in Westchester, the Headless Horseman. But that's not the only terror targeting them. What a great cover for the October issue of this book, very Sleepy Hollow. I'm enjoying this iteration of the X-Men. Duggan is a very good writer, and I like that he's trying something different. I sometimes miss the era when an artist would stick around with a book for the long haul, but Tina is a fine artist and fits with the visual aesthetic Larraz established in the earlier issues. Just how long this title will last in this form, with Inferno off and running now, is anyone's guess, but I'm having a grand old time with this title, and you should definitely give it a go. Next up is another former comic of the week, and it's Fight Girls number 4 from AWA Upshot Studios. This is written and illustrated by Frank Cho. And in this issue again, it's 10 hard-as-nails women face off in an ancient contest of champions where the winner truly takes all, the title of Queen of the Galaxy. To win the challenge, each contestant must survive the hazards of the planet's harsh landscape, the ferocious predators on and below its surface, and their fellow contestants. This edition of the contest takes a twist. One of the contestants is an infiltrator who has her eye on something bigger than the prize. Who is she, and what does she really want? If you like Squid Game, you'll love this. This also features giant monsters and some incredible art, and I've been loving every issue. Cho is a master of the art form, and his work is stunning here. Sabine Ritchie is also bringing some career best work to the colouring. This book is unadulterated joy from cover to cover, and it's about time I put it up as one of my comics of the week. Next, we have The Trial of Magneto #3 from Marvel Comics, written by Leah Williams with art by Lucas Wernick. In this issue, it's Judge, Jury, and Executioner. The truth won't stay buried, nor will other things. Who lurks in the shadows, and what do they know? I'm enjoying this book much more than I ever expected. It's a murder mystery that is doing things differently. With a jaw-dropping ending in the last issue, I'm looking forward to seeing how this story will resolve itself. Excellent work from everyone involved. Bringing us up to date, we have Adventureman #6 from Image Comics. This is my current comic of the week, written by Matt Fraction with art by Rachel and Terry Dodson. Again, due to unfortunate delays, I've not had my own copy. And in this issue, it's a fairy tale of New York Part 1. Claire Connell has become the new Adventureman, thus awakening a long-lost ally and rousing some long-gone ghosts from the adventure age that have unfinished business. I'm loving this modern pulp adventure with a great cast of characters and a unique spin on the golden age of heroes. This book is one of my favorites. While Fraction delivers great stories, it's the beautiful art by the Dodsons that rarely makes this book soar. Next, we have Inferno #2 from Marvel, written by Jonathan Hickman with art by Stefano Caselli. Feel the fire, secrets and lies. They have a way of coming out and biting you when you least expect them. The secrets and lies of Krakoa will shake it to its foundation. Head of X, Jonathan Hickman, continues a tale of consequences with one of his first Marvel collaborators, artist Stefano Caselli. No previews were available for this book, and given what was happening last issue, it's no surprise. It looks like Hickman is planning to go out with a bang, and this is already a must-read book. I've not just quite got around to reading it yet. Then we have Once and Future 21 from Boom Studios, written by Kieran Gillen with art by Dan Mora. And in this issue, what ancient and mythical danger awaits Bridget, Duncan, and Rose as they seek Rose's parents in the city of Bath? To complicate matters, an Arthurian knight pursues them with an offer for Rose and Duncan: join the round table or face death. If they survive the encounter, they'll be pulled into the next phase of Bridget's plan, finding the lair of the greatest hunter the Accord has ever seen. I adore the Britishness of this book. In a UK ruined by Brexit and the bungling government, Kieran Gillen's take on British folklore is a joy to read. Mora and Bonvillain are doing fabulous things with the art. I love this book, and I recommend you check it out. Next up, we have S.W.O.R.D #9 from Marvel Comics, written by Al Ewing with art by Jacob Campini. And in this issue, it's the Shi'ar Imperial Guard versus the Legion. With Abigail Brand's attention divided between two sword stations, all Orcus needs is to pick their moment to strike. Meanwhile, the Shi'ar Empress Sandra is making her first formal visit to the Lake Hellas diplomatic ring and stepping into the gun sights of the all-new Lethal Legion. Having finished The Immortal Hulk, I hope Mr. Ewing will take this team of mutants on even stranger adventures. This is a book with massive potential, and it's not yet been really able to let loose. I'm enjoying how things have been developing, and I'm here for as long as Al is writing. And finally, we have another book from the mighty Al Ewing. This is We Only Find Them When They're Dead. This is issue 9 from Boom Studios, assisted here with art by Simone DeMeo. And in this issue, how far are the worshippers willing to go for the cause? Bristow has always done whatever is needed to rise through the ranks of the security services, but now he'll make his move and reveal his true ambition. And Bristow's secret meeting with the shadowy devotee may alter Jason and Chen's fates forever. With Dune doing gangbusters in cinemas right now, this is the perfect comic for people looking for more epic widescreen sci-fi. Al Ewing is building a fascinating new world, and Simone DeMeo is delivering some spectacularly lush arc. Prepare to be in awe. And that's it for this edition of the Pull List. Don't forget, you can find more great comics every Wednesday in our On the Radar feature on our website and on our Twitter feed. You can buy your comics in Birmingham from the wonderful Worlds Apart. And don't forget, comics are for everyone.